trade rumors are escalating when it comes to Bulls center Nikola Vucevic and the potential young superstar that the Chicago Bulls could add to the team. Hi, I am Shaq Barnes here with another episode of Bulls Digest, the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls. I know 6% of you guys have been watching the channel and have not subscribed. Treat it like the Bulls intro and run through that subscribe button. You already know how I do it here. I'm not going to waste your guys' time at all. Let's get right into the nitty gritty. So, obviously, Bulls tried to trade Nikola Vucevic earlier during the season. During the All-Star break, couldn't trade it. The Bulls didn't get a package that they want. Now, with the vet center obviously coming out saying during his post-presser that, hey, I want to be in a winning situation, winning probably for a championship. Obviously, the Chicago Bulls is not really there at that moment, at this point in time. So we're going to be looking at trading. So, which is a good sign that we are actually kind of getting what the game plan is for the future of the Chicago Bulls. Let's get into it. With Button star Kobe White and Josh Giddey currently carrying the load, Giddey is currently scheduled for his restricted free agency this summer. While White deals expire in the summer of 2026, the Bulls front office time is dwindling when it comes to deciding the future of the franchise, when it comes to potential extensions with their young core, coupled with the need to decide what to do with their aging vet, notably former All-Star Nikola Vucevic. When I'm looking at this, it's pretty much telling me that the Chicago Bulls are going to go forward with the core of Kobe White and Josh Giddey. So for everybody worried about if Josh Giddey going to walk, 9 times out of 10, unless like the Brooklyn Nets throw something out of nowhere and try to pay Josh Giddey $35 to $40 million a year, then that's the only way. So Josh Giddey looking like he's coming back. So Nikola Vucevic is on the market, and they're looking to move Nikola Vucevic, which makes sense. Every bit of this makes sense to me because of the fact of he doesn't fit our timeline. His contract is expiring. Would you rather get something for him or let him walk for nothing? And the best time to do this is you could go to a team that's a championship caliber team who need another piece, and maybe you go call Golden State up again and see what's going on with Kuminga. Or you can also call a team who got a bunch of stars that's not winning, and you could possibly go get another guy that's available. Because sometimes it'd be a fire sale. And sometimes when teams do a fire sale, you can get guys for a cheaper price. But according to the Chicago Suns and Joe Crowley, the Bulls could be looking to package Vucevic in a deal to acquire a star to help the likes of White and Giddey. Nikola Vucevic headlined this category. Who could be on the move? As Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations, Arturas Karnasovich has been aggressive in moving veterans since last summer. Cowley did name New Orleans Pelicans star Zion Williamson as a name to watch for the Bulls to be targeting. And Vucevic could be a key piece to get the potential deal done. Now, you see how I brought up like a team that's either a championship caliber team who got young people but who want to add vets, or you can have a team that had stars potential on their team and it don't work out, so you can have a fire sale. Look, we just had that fire sale not too long ago. I think a guy like Zion Williamson is it's a risk to take because at the end of the day, we getting rid of Vooch. And you tell me I got a chance to get Zion Williamson. The only problem with Zion is him not playing. I take that risk to just let Vooch walk for nothing. You know, we don't want to let Vooch just walk for nothing. We don't get nothing for Vooch. So if I get Zion is already on the contract. His money is good. But the next great thing about Zion's contract, he got a lot of non-guarantees in his contract. So if he don't play or if he don't work out, we can and if he get injured and it doesn't work out for the Chicago Bulls, we can release him if he has no trade value and don't affect us because he got non-guarantees in his contract. But the positive side is I think basketball-wise and timeline-wise, Zion Williamson fits the Chicago Bulls. One thing we was great at, running gun and shooting threes. Zion is an inside dominant presence that, let's be honest, when he is on the floor, he is a dominant presence that a lot of people cannot stop. And I'm just being honest about it. Zion is nice when he's on the floor, but his question is if he's going to be on the floor. And with this young Chicago Bulls team and the style of play that we plan on playing with Josh Giddey and Kobe White at the helm and Montes Buzelis, oh yeah, I think it'll be Showtime TV. And if this how you get us back, when you got young and exciting, this style of play that the Chicago Bulls will play with Zion Williamson on the team will be young and exciting. We're going to win some games. We're going to look good. And then we'll know what we do with the potential, what we can add on to this team. And then once we figure out what the core is, I will start plugging in vets. Start plugging those vets in. Then we start competing for championships. But last but not least, with the Zion situation, obviously Zion, Carson may opt out to do all he can to make a big swing by using Vucevic in the package to try to land Zion. I really want to know what you guys think about it. Will you guys be happy with us getting Zion Williamson and we get rid of Vooch? I mean, if we get rid of Vooch, no picks. No pick. You're not getting a pick out of me. No picks. Honestly, you might need to give me a pick to take Zion. I don't want to give up no first round picks at all. And if we do give up a first round pick, make it top 20 protected. Yeah, not even top 15. Top 20 protected pick. So only way you can keep this first round pick if it's like we blow out the waters, we a top 5 seed type of time. But if it's not like that, then no. I'm not doing that at all. But then when you look at Nikola Vucevic, right? Nikola Vucevic gave us 18 points, 10 rebounds, shot 3.5 assists. He shot 53% for the field goal and 40% from three. Obviously, this is if you need an offensive threat at the big man position, I think Nikola Vucevic would be perfect for a lot of different teams, because even if I think we trade him to New Orleans, there'd probably be a buyout situation going on, or it'd be a third team involved that would get Nikola Vucevic. But in the Zion Williamson situation, or the fact when Zion Williams is actually on the floor, he give you 24 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal per game, and he's shooting a dominant 56% from the field. And I think Zion Williamson fits the mold perfectly of this Chicago Bulls team, because I think how we played and how we was shooting and how we was running players out the gym, we get a dominant force in the paint, and we'll say, hey, Zion, look, you got Giddey right here, you got Kobe White, you got Montes Buzelis, and maybe Kevin Huerter. You got all the space to operate inside the paint. I love the idea of it. I think it's a high risk, low reward type of situation when it comes to Zion Williamson. If we get rid of Vooch for him, especially at that. High risk, Zion be the Zion that we seen. Low risk, he get injured, don't work out, he's a non-guaranteed contract. I think it's a win-win situation, because if he don't work out, we don't win. We going to be high in the draft lottery. We going to add more young talent. If he be's available and he looks great and we looks good, then we going to add vets to become a championship caliber team. I think it's a win-win for me, but I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section. Comment down below. Would you trade Vucevic for Zion Williamson, and is Zion Williamson worth the risk? Comment down below. This has been Shaq Barnes, SB Talk Sports. It's been another great episode of Bulls Digest, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.